Gentlemen, what's good, what's good? Dopey Lucky, what's up? Mashed potato in the house. Hopefully this time we get a better bracket than we did earlier in the week, but looking at the battle conditions, I'm actually going to have a little try at OA and see how it goes with Tank's ult. Yeah, I'm going to have a try with OA, see how it goes with Tank Ultimate. We will lose quite a bit of damage, but I'm just interested to see in how it performs. Because it's all worth a shot. How's everybody's weekend going? I'm assuming most of you guys are just starting your weekend. Get all my stuff on charge, make sure my vape's charged. Alrighty. I think I've set everything up. Tourney cards. Taylor, good luck. Running mine right now. Good luck to you too, bro. Give him hell. That Death Defy off the rip. I'm actually gonna do this tourney on my what do you call it? On my cloud phone. Cloud phone just seems to perform a bit better than the emulator for me for some reason. The only dumb thing is, you can't quite see it, but just over here on the side, in this white tab, it's only, on the PC, it's only coming out at 480. For some reason, I can't get it any higher. But I'm super interested to see how OA goes for this. If we would have to get a really lucky bracket. If we get a really lucky bracket, we'll be able to get auto demon mode. But we'd have to get a super lucky bracket. But look, guys, we've been known to be lucky in the past. So we'll see where it takes us. Wow, look at that, 22Q. 16S. Choosing to dodge your bracket this week after last week. Yeah, bro, you get some good ones and you get some bad ones. It's like that. Look how many fleets there are in tier 20. It's so crazy to think people are farming this even higher, eh? Like, I'm pretty sure Greenie and Crowbar are farming tier 21. That is nuts. Excel Daily. Good luck to you too, bro. How are you feeling this morning after last night? Oh, we got another Death Defy. Let's see if we get super lucky in this perk choice. Been a bit dusty, yeah bro, I was so seedy this morning, eh? And I must have got up about 3 or 4 times during the night. Just to go toilet, and I was so dusty when I was waking up to go toilet that I was just sitting down to pee. I was not going to be responsible for making a mess. Hey. Got chipped down. Look at that, 9 Death Defiers. That's pretty lucky. Alright. Let's get this started. What a way to celebrate our dismissal. Yeah, I had a good night, bro. I also like, fucking around with random cunts at the pub, eh? Burnt Hell, what's good? What's good? What's good? AK, how are ya? How are ya, bro? Doing our first run. I'm just gonna have a play around with OA. I might do a couple. I got enough gems there to do a couple runs with it, but I'm super interested in how it goes with the tank ultimate battle condition. Let's how many levels we skipped so far. 37? 37 so far? Got the most marshmallow bracket ever. This will be my second first. Wow. Congratulations, bro. That's awesome. Hopefully I get me another marshmallow one too. I think our midweek tourney, we had a bit of a rough one. Daily, what time did you wrap it up at Pitapi's house? You guys still look humming when I left yous, when we dropped yous off. I knew as soon as those guys started fighting, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to go home now. Definitely time to go home when people start having punch-ons. Put a pea, cracked a beer, and then proceeded to sleep at the kitchen table. Let's go. Yeah, he wanted to go to the other pub, eh? I was like, you can go. I'm not going to be with you. But I'm telling you now, if you would like a ride home, now's the time to go. People are fighting now, so... And you still got to drive to Wellington. I hate doing that, eh? Like, I hate leaving my mates. Especially if I've got, like, enough mental clarity. Because sometimes you might have mental clarity, but your teammates might not. I can't believe we didn't drink all that tab. Like, I was sculling, eh? But yeah, as soon as people started fighting, I stopped drinking. Stopped drinking, got on the phone. Text Mumsy, babe, you awake? Yup. Oh, perfect. Can you please come save us? People are fighting here. Graham, what's good? What's good? We're having a little bit of play around with OA this tourney. Because why not? Oh, it's Protector Ultimate, eh? I forgot about that. Deftify, let's go, boys. We just need some lucky Deftifies. Did you guys see that video that Tags put up either today or yesterday? Where he did the tower review with D-Bill's tower? I think it was a bit of a longer one, 2 or 3 hours. I watched the whole thing. Not gonna lie, I watched the first half of it when I was drunk. I was drunk, sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet to pee. And then I woke up in the morning and it was still on my screen. I might have even fell asleep to watching it. But it was a real good one, eh? I think he did a really good job with how he navigated it. Like, especially when it comes to, when people want to make a specific choice in their tower, and they get a bit of choice paralysis because there's something that they're super interested or like super wanting in that, and I think he navigated the review really well. Yes, we got another Deftify. Come on, boys. Let's go. Just fluking it with these Deftifies. Because we get to a certain stage when there's tank ultimate, and I'm just not killing anything, and I'm just surrounded by tanks, so I was kind of like, I wonder if we can get a whole wall of tanks that can fend off the bosses, and then hopefully the OA just puts in some work. It'd be super interesting. It would be really good if I had it in Ancestral. I just didn't think I'd be anywhere near moving to an OA build. Because in my mind it was like, oh man, that's like way later down the track. So I should have actually kept pulling on the banner and just secured the Ancestral. But look, it is what it is. Right, the Viking's gonna go down soon. The Viking's gonna go down soon. It's still hanging in there. Hopefully the Viking gets us to 800. Come on, 790. Alright, Vikings down. That protector, get it off me. No, and a Death-defy. Yes, go boys. Still an intro sprint. Look at that. I think you get 100 waves. Oh no. Oh no. We don't, even with the Viking, it's not enough. Look at the luck. Lady luck. We just try and milk it out as much as we can. What in the luck was this run, eh? I don't even think OA has anything to do with it. I think we've just been crazy lucky with those Death-defies. How clutch. Look at that, we're going to get a PB. We're going to get a PB. Oh, come on, come on. Bro, this might be the first time we hit 900. Straight up PB. Oh, come on, come on. These wings. Alright, I'm not going to be greedy. I'm not going to be greedy, gentlemen. I'm going to use Demon to take us to... I'm going to use Demon to guarantee we get to 900. Look at that. What a run. What a run. Are you Glass Cannon or EHP? So I run more of an offensive build. Glass Cannon, and I'm now at the stage where I'm finding ways to introduce HP into the build. Hello, my friend Cloudy. Study Mage, what's good? Graham says, I'm EHP, Sharp Fortitude with OA combo is golden. Zorg, what's up, Clouded? How goes the tourney? We've had a super lucky first run. Super lucky first run. We just got like absolutely clutch Death Defies there. So this is actually a PB, which is pretty cool. AK says, do you have the King Kong song? I'm not sure I know that one, sorry bro. User says, man, I wish I could intro sprint on my tournament. Each of my Legends runs are 90 minutes long. Lost half a day farming to do multiple runs. Bro, it's so good for tourneys. It's definitely helped with my streams too, because I used to be able to only do like 2 runs. Now I can just spam runs. Especially when the first couple 100 waves, nothing's really going on. No, you shouldn't have disabled it. I know. But every time I get too greedy, I wanted to guarantee I hit 900. Alright, I'll end up using my nuke after this, and then it won't be long, and I'll just get chipped and die. What do we got in tourney? 400 T damage, so that's 298 S for me. Let's see how many skips we ended up with. 92, not bad. I'm not sure I've seen it that high before. And that's with a Mythic project funding. Boom. Nuke away. This is it, guys. This is it. Home time. Oh, damn. That's not even... Yes, and we got a Death Defy. We're going to get the 900 waves, boys. Oh, no, I got chipped. It was an overcharge. That was the first time I've ever seen... That was the first time I've ever seen a fleet. Bro. It's the first time I've ever seen a fleet. That's crazy. You guys seen it live. Alright, you guys know the drill. Start from the top, work our way down. If you see somebody you know, give them a shout out. Otherwise, we poke fun at people's names if they got stupid names. Puzzled Human. It's a pretty cool name. Alright, let's see how many campers we got at the bottom. 2 campers. You gotta watch these campers, eh? Because sometimes they're not all the way at the bottom. Tier 20, wave Tier 21. This guy might be a bit of a threat. Alright, the worst thing that you hate is when you see this whole bottom thing stacked with people at 1 waiver. Okay, that was a super lucky first run. What we can do is we'll give it another whirl, because I still want to actually see how good the what do you call it? How good the OA does in the tourney. King of the Death Defy. King of the Death Defy, right? How many was that in total? 4. Wow. Is wave skip on? I think it's on. Bloody better be on. Yep, wave skip's on. User says good night. Good night, bro. Good night. Take care. What's your lifetime coins at? My lifetime coins is at 1.5. 1.5. At 55k stones. My GT Plus is only level 4. I think. Golden combo. Level 4. So that's something that I'm going to work on next month for Econ. Okay, we'll give that one another whirl. I don't think we're going to be that lucky. That was crazy lucky. Even to get that last one, but that bloody overcharge. That's pretty cool. First time seeing a fleet. Christian, what's up, study? I believe I'm your 38th sub. Nice PB clouded. What's your Death-Defy chance at? What is it at? 31%. So less than a 1 in 3 chance of hitting a Death-Defy. I got 4 of the suckers. It's a shame we couldn't ride out that last one. I really wanted to hit 900 waves. Sup Clouded, how's the 20 treating you? We got a PB. We got super lucky in that run. The first run that we did, we got ourselves a PB. Super stoked. $897 waves. First time we've ever seen fleets. I'll say it sells. Yeah, that was the first time we've ever seen fleets. I hope they had more ways to Econ and V28. No doubt, bro. No doubt they will. I think it just comes with the territory. More coin sinks, which, you know, could either be labs or could either be something else. I think, what did they do in version 27? I think they increased the cap for enhancements, and then they also added in those more expensive labs. Just more coin sinks for people to work towards. Which makes complete sense. You know, they got to give everybody stuff to work towards. Which the guild season ends in a day, but I don't think we're going to get the update in a day. I reckon we'd be lucky if we get it at guild season reset. I feel like we're more like a week or two after guild season reset. Which, if it is a week or two after guild season reset, I don't know how they would incorporate any changes to guild seasons. But we shall see. We shall see. And I'm one of those guys where I don't mind hearing on the last day about patch notes and stuff like that. I know everybody's like super excited though. You know, when was the last time the devs did a major patch and people were mad? This first fleet of this 20 is overcharged tough. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was so cool to see though. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, why am I getting chipped? Thought we had it there. I was like, damn, we had it there. I want to see a cell card or more cells. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Especially with some of the length of the lab times. Looks like Fudz is teasing a new bot. Any thoughts on what the bot might be? So we've got a CC bot. We've got a damage bot, or like an amp bot. We've got a flame bot, so that's an EHP bot. We've got a golden bot, which is a coin bot. What's another system in the game? What's another system in the game? I feel like it might be something to do with module shards. Like some sort of econ bot. Like if you've already got a CC bot, a EHP bot, and a damage bot, the only other thing I could think of would be something to do with econ. That's kind of where I lean. But it's like, what system of econ? Most of the econ things are so expensive now. 5,400 for 50 SDW. SDW. What's SDW? 1650 stones for GT plus 10. Damn. Damn, 1650, that's a lot. Next week we'll get more info. Sam went fishing simulator in the tower. Sam wants fishing simulator in the tower. Brother, I can't think of anything worse. Unless it can fish for itself. If it's something I have to interact with, oh my god. I'm trying to not interact with this game apart from collecting gems. It's going to be another damage bot for sure, brother. I hope it's another damage bot. But, to be fair, I don't even have the first damage bot. I don't even have the first one. Oh, shit. We're getting hammered. What is going on? Oh no, what is going on? Alright, if we don't get a lucky Death-Defy, we're screwed. Death-Defy. Let's go, boys. They're going to want to make EHP less attractive. Do you reckon? I don't reckon they will. I don't reckon they'll make... I don't feel like they'll make EHP or Glass Cannon less attractive. I think they just want people to max everything eventually. But somehow they're gonna have to turn like the players that are EHP purists into incorporating damage. Because just as much as they don't want people playing raw damage without having some EHP, i.e. overcharge, they don't want people to be playing raw EHP and not incorporating some damage too. So I think they'll introduce something that'll force EHP players to have to start bringing in damage. But, I mean, EHP players are putting out enough damage as it is by using percentage-based tools. Like Orbital Augment, Chain Lightning Plus, which I don't think quite a lot of people talk about. Everybody knows that it's a tool, but it's a significant investment. Chain Lightning Plus. You need a lot of stones to get that thing online. So if you got OA knocking them for whatever percentage of their remaining health, you got Chain Lightning can do... Chain Lightning Plus can do... what's it at max? Is it 40% of their health at max? Something like that? Oh no, we're going to drop our wings. Well, we got a Death Defy on the wings. Now we're just going to have to time this right. So I think it's about 100 waves from here. Is that right? So we got an absolutely clutch Death Defy there, boys. How are we getting the lucky Death Defies, boys? Bro. Alright, well, we get to check our bracket again. Okay, how much movement have we got? Still got that camper down the bottom? Yep. Okay. Shit. Okay, so we're really gonna have to get over 900 to get the 8 keys. Let's see how much it's looking at to stay in Legends. So 2 places, so about 100 waves to stay in Legends. It's pretty easy going. There's 2 fellas down the bottom. So it'll be 300 waves for keys. So this is a really good bracket. Easy to stay in Legends in this bracket. And easy keys, 300 waves. And I mean, some of these guys might rerun and get like another 50 or 100 waves. These 2 guys down the bottom are definitely punching up higher. So about, 300 waves. And 120 waves to stay in. So yeah, this is an absolutely marshmallow bracket. It's an absolutely marshmallow bracket. There's enough room between me and these jokers here. I don't know if I'm going to crack that 900. I've never gotten waves like that in my life. Yeah, absolute PB. Alright, so we're going to switch this up now. Unequip. Unequip. Get back into primary. Space Displacer? We'll go with Space Displacer, but really hard with Tank Ultimate. It doesn't really do much, but look, we'll just put it in there anyway. The old tried and trusty. Won't hurt anyone. What does your Workshop Plus look like at the moment for Tawny and Farm? I run the same one in Tawny as I do in Farm. I don't respec. I've been respecing for so long that I just gave up on respecing. So here's damage. Here's health, EHP. And just normal farming stuff. My level skips are at 123, and I think in the Standy Workshop I'm at 520. These are really expensive. 4Q for a click. I mean, I'm making about 25Q a day. So it's not like... It's not wallet breaking. But it's definitely up there. Why can't I... Do I just go there? Oh, yeah. I think they'll add more stuff to EHP, in my opinion. Yeah, probably makes sense. They'll probably add just a bit more of everything. At least to make tier 20 plus work better. Ah, 60%. So maximum smite provides 60% damage. That's a lot of stones to invest in smite. But 60% damage is also a lot of damage. I'm actually surprised that people don't pick it up earlier. And there must be a reason for it. And by I mean people that run damage builds. But if enough people don't pick it up earlier, then there's probably a reason why. That to take other sources of damage first before going that route. I got lucky. 1,071 with one Death Defy. One Death Defy each run after, but with no energy shield left. I need to get 2+ before losing a shield. Damn, you must have heaps of damage. If you're Death Defying. Oh, when you Death Defy. Do you have two perma poison swamps, or are you rolling one? What am I chuffing on? I am puffing on... What is it? I think it's blueberry. Blueberry in one vape, and I think blueberry, raspberry in another one. Chain Lightning Plus is really useful against protectors. That's what I've heard as well. That it's a great tool for protectors. What happened? No demon mode. I didn't cancel the intro sprint. I was trying to milk it out a bit more. I wasn't going to beat my previous waves. I don't have an auto, but if we... if we place good enough this tourney... we could potentially get auto demon mode tomorrow. But I don't think so. If you just look at the bracket, I don't think I'll be able to beat the guy that's ahead of me. It's all goods though. It's all goods. It's all goods. It just means next weekend we get the auto demon mode. I've seen... Is that Hernandez? This Joker? Junior Wong, what's good? What's good, brother? We gotta do a bracket together, Clouded. Just let me know the time and hop on a voice channel and sync it up. Yeah, bro. For sure. And I mean, if I do the audio right, we can just stay in a voice. We can just stay in a voice chat. It'd be good. Be good talking with someone on stream. Damn, I missed most of the lore. Nah, nothing much is happening. We just I was feeling super dicey this morning. Just did a farewell. Did a farewell to XL Daily's grandfather, who's our top manager at work. And then we had the new manager turn up. But he's not really new, so he was one of the managers previously at the plant, and just work stuff, bro. Nothing much. Nothing too exciting. Bit of a punch on there at the pub. That's always exciting. Had to SOS to my wife to pick us up. Babe, come save us. People are fighting. People are fighting. Get me out of here, man. B Taylor says, I've got 75 seconds duration and 50-second cooldown on Poison Swamp. So definitely one perma, and sometimes there's two on the screen. 50% of the time there's two on the screen. Is that correct maths? Is my mathin'? Oh, another tease for V28 overheat. What the hell is that? Overheat. Christian says, yeah, we can run a bracket too. Let's go, boys. Bro, what was that? Get off me. Typical Saturday punch-ons. Yeah, bro. Except for the punch-ons are different now. Like, when I was young, and we used to go out, everybody was punching on. Like, you know, it's just standard, like, New Zealand, Aussie sort of stuff, England stuff. Everybody just punches on all the time. It's what you do. Bro, people train so that they can go out on a Friday and Saturday night for punch-ons. And, but it's a little bit different now. Like, all the kids that go out are cooked. Everybody's cooked. So it's like, if you're like having a punch on, you're not like having a punch on with like you know, some drunk fella and everybody's drunk falling over. Nah, man, these kids are cooked. They're chewing off their face. They're not even drinking alcohol at the pub. They're just turning up cooked and drinking water. So it's like, if you punch them, they've got like a 10 million damage defense absolute. They're rolling permanent defense absolute. They got a 98% defense reduction buff. Hey, these kids are cooked as, man. I think last weekend we went to go out to the pub for the bros 30th. And lucky we didn't go down, because I think a bunch of people got stabbed and all their intestines and shit are hanging out, and oh fuck. Just like, that's the level of the cookedness these kids are. Just running around gutting people. We're at 700 waves, we're doing alright. We haven't gotten a death defy. If we got a death defy now, we'd be super clutch. We'd be loving it. I think it was a good choice running the cloud phone instead of the emulator. It always seems to perform better. It's just terrible optics. It doesn't stream the cloud phone in good quality on the PC. It's like, that's the stink thing. Oh no, look at all the fasts. They're all coming in. Get off me. Get off me. If we don't get a death defy, we're cooked. Alright, I'm just going to have to keep sending it. And just pray we get a death defy. Bro, look at all those fasts. Boom, death defy. Let's go, boys. at 770. We've been getting it at 770 like every run except for that other dud run. That is wild. That is wild, Uncle Fuds. Now, I've got no idea. If we got to that 897, I've got no idea what we're supposed to do about an overcharge. I do not have the tools in the tool belt to be able to combat that. Like, especially at the damage. Look at the damage, bro. 11 big Q. Wow, cuz. What, wow. Remember, it's ultimate weapon duration down. Might need to use G-Con. Oh, I forgot about that. So I think we're covered until 900. And then I think I'll lose a second. Clouded, my RUDs fall between 1.15Q and 1.2Q. Interest sprint is 1080 at the moment, labbing it currently. I need to bring up my workshop plus levels. 1,000 waves at interest sprint is when you really start loving it. Like before that, you enjoy it, but once you hit that halfway point, or you know that 1,080 wave point, is so good, man. You're absolutely loving it. It's such a great mastery. It's so good. Alright, somewhere we have to cancel the intro sprint. I think it's the next wave we have to cancel the intro sprint, because we're going to lose the Viking. Oh, we got another Death Defy. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Alright, let's play it safe. Do we play it safe? What are we doing? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do, boys? Do we be cheeky? Are we going to be cheeky? Are we going to be cheeky? Cheeky darkies. Darkies on the Rockies. I'm going to do it at 90, and I'm going to hit the... And then I'm going to hit the demon mode. And we're going to demon mode... We're going to demon mode past the fleet. Come on. Boom. So we're going to demon mode through the fleet. We're hitting 900, boys. We're hitting the 900. We've got no second win. We've got nothing. We've got nothing but our cojones. We got no energy shields. We got no second win. What in the luck is this? Must be the cloud phone. Is wave skip even working? Bro. Look, there's the overcharge. Ha! Look at that, boys. We're going to kill our first fleet. Ah, he's tanky. There's no way I could have survived that. Look at it. It's still there, bro. What is going on? Look, I can't even kill nothing. Look at the health. 13D. Bro, that's insane. Look at it. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do against that? Bro, I'm gonna actually need so much health if we're gonna get up into this this level of waves. That's super interesting. Look at it, it survived for like 3 waves now. Look, hit the 900, boys. Boom, 900. Let's go, boys. Look, I still haven't even killed the overcharge. What the Are we just really gonna rely on Nuke to kill it? Bro, that's crazy. Up the PB, boys. Up the PB. Look at it, bro. 4 waves now. Like, that's just ridiculous, bro. What the hell are we supposed to do against that? Get off me, lad. Bro, that is wild. That is absolutely wild. We'll have to be super lucky to bump that other dude out. Like, there's nothing we can do at this stage. Boom. There we go. 905. 905. That other Joker was at 911. That was crazy. That was a great run. It hasn't showed up in there. Let's have a look over here. 4 death defies again. Crazy. 4 death defies. They're doing powders and pills now. Yeah, bro. Yeah. They're allergic to alcohol. You should go all in on interest rate. 100% death defy. That overcharge at 895, if you don't have the death defy up, you'll lose all your shields. Overcharge will end your run. You should try death penalty. I haven't really had much success with death penalty, eh? My damage is just not high enough without Abshark. Is the death defy battle condition on? Nah, I don't think so. Full send, 5x. Still gonna send. And most people do the counter in the min range. Do the counters the min range in 20. 80-30 waves is a fleet. Nice 20 run. Thanks, Burntower. Bro, I'm stoked with that. 900 waves. So stoked with that. When do fleets become a thing? 895 or 97 or something? Min range or no card. Should I try it with a lower range? Yo, Clouded, how's it going? Bro, it's going great. We got a PB. 905 waves. Nothing's changed in our build, really. It's all just standard. But the death defy is at the most clutch time. Damage dealt 401 AA. So 401 AA, and this one here, for example. Why can't I look at it? Oh, you can't even look at it. $28 AA in that first one. Oh, 40 AA, sorry. 28. So just getting that that extra Death-defy just makes so much of a difference. Look, I don't think we're gonna beat Old Matey, eh? I don't think we're gonna get much higher than that. We're pretty much capped out. So once these two Dingleberries run, we'll probably settle for what, 9th or 10th? So 9th or 10th, 6 keys, which I'm absolutely stoked with. Absolutely stoked with that. What a great tourney. What a great tourney. I mean, we could try one more thing. I could try Pulsar Harvester. I haven't had much success in it, but we can give it a try. No harm in trying, gentlemen. No harm in trying. No more marshmallow brackets. Nah, this is actually a real good marshmallow bracket. Like, it's only... We're looking at only 300 waves for keys and 100 and something waves for... to stay in the Legends bracket. So this is a really good one. So I think a lot of the people in the lower half of the bracket will be really stoked. Easy keys and the people that are just scratching to stay in Legends, they'll be wrapped too. Like 120 waves, I think I've seen it as to stay in this bracket. It's an absolutely marshmallow one. I mean, the only thing that I did get is I picked up another mastery. But I don't think that's like... I don't think that's what's gotten us anything in this tourney. I think it's just purely RNG on the Death-defies. Pretty much rolling gems for Death-defies. But just to let you know, I'm not a big talker, Clouded. Also, don't know what time it is in your area, but it's 2:45 in the morning for me. Bro, that is very late. Did you stay awake just so you could hang out with me? 3:39 for Christian. Are you guys all awake just to say? Are you guys like mad insomniacs? Or are you staying awake so you can hang out with the Law Lord? For me, it's 300 to stay in. Yeah, that's getting a bit up there. Like, I've had some tourneys where it's been like 500-600 waves to stay in Legends. That's pretty up there, but 300 when you're looking at a lot of the brackets, it's pretty up there. What's the new mastery? I got... Where is it? I got Crit Chance Mastery. Crit Chance Mastery. It's a nice little damage boost. It's super cheap. And I think I got like an extra click and Chain Lightning chance. Nah, just a dope addict. Do you have attack speed mastery? No, I don't. It's something that I may consider after I knock a few things off. So I need to polish off my Chain Lightning. I need to invest quite a bit into my CF Plus. Like I need to get quite a few more levels into CF Plus, but I'm also contemplating in getting, if they're not taking away this fast ultimate battle condition, I need to do something serious about it, just to fight the battle condition. So I'll probably have to go for at least one perma poison swamp, just to help combat it, because it's absolute cancer. So I really need like a perma poison swamp. And then I also have to get Spotlight 4. So it's a little bit, attack speed mastery is like something to consider after all of that stuff. So that's thousands of stones. That's a few months worth of gameplay time, IRL time. But we're just wrapping it up for this month. So we got what, this tourney and the next tourney, the winnings, to spend those stones. And then we're going to do economy. So we're going to move on to doing economy for the month of, what are we, March? April. So for the month of April, I'm going to do econ. Get some GT Plus. What else? I might get enemy balance mastery. Maybe some of the other econ masteries, not sure. I think I get about 2,000 stones a month. So whatever I can get with 2,000 stones, which is pretty much not hardly anything at all. But at some stage I'm going to have to come up with a plan into how to break into the 900 wave club and kind of stay there consistently. We got all the fast gains from picking up all those masteries. Now we got to look at to what's next. Figure out what to do next. AK reckons we stay awake to hear your bad jokes. Damn, man's got a couple funeral in a couple hours. Oh, Taylor. Oh, you got a funeral soon. Sorry to hear, bro. Sorry to hear. It's never a good time going to a funeral. The only sad thing is, at our age, because we're all old ass cunts, at our age, the only time we see everybody is at funerals. You know, millennials, bro. Too busy cracking on with it. Keeping our economies afloat. Too busy working. I don't know though, I feel like the older I get, the more I just hate people. I just don't want to fuck around or see other people. Just can't be fucked, eh? But, you know, it's different when it comes to friends and family. I'm just talking about society. Can't be asked. Whoa, those protectors coming hot. Look at that. Spammed it with the Death Defy. Spoilt little brat. Been really lucky with the Death Defies this tourney. Oh, here we come. Coming to the danger zone. Another Death Defy at wave 770 again, bro. It's gotta be a bug. You're not allowed to keep being this lucky. You're not allowed to keep being this lucky, are you? Right when you finish, that's when the new update. Bro, I hope the new update comes like at guild reset. I hope so much. I got Perma Chronofield to handle fast. Now I don't get hit 1,000 times a second. Gain many waves as an EHP enthusiast. Yeah, it's great for that, eh? Chronofield is a really good tool. How dare you, and how dare YouTube's not alerting you. Attack speed mastery is 0.3 per level. Regular is 0.2. So it's not huge, but it's nice. For sure, bro. Like, especially with a lot of us rely on Chain Lightning quite a bit. Even if you're an EHP player and you're relying on, what do you call it? Smite. Oh no. Oh, I thought that boss was coming in hot. I'm trying to figure out what my Workshop Plus needs to be to get keys regularly. Alright, somewhere around here we're going to lose the Viking. And we're also going to lose our wings. Bro, look at them. They're actually touching my tower. Well, we got a Death Defy. We got another clutch Death Defy. Alright, we need to beat 9-11. The only way we do that is our timing has to be perfect. No! Damn. I'll give it one more try. I'm not sure if Pulsar Harvest is the one, lads. I'm not sure if it's the one. I'm not even sure if Space Displace is the one, but having just one orbital augment ain't gonna do nothing for us either. So I'm a little bit frazzled as to what to do, gentlemen. I mean, I'm wondering if we just slam this in. Christian says, me too, most people are bogus. Yeah, he's referring to just people out in society. I'm only 20 and I feel that way. I don't know for anybody, I enjoy the silence too much. Yeah, bro, you just enjoy your peace. You just enjoy your peace. The best thing you can do is fully kit up your house so you've got everything you need that you can just like knuckle down and do life. Finally unlocked tier 21, congrats. Had to turn off intro sprint on 20 at a rate to build up the shields. Got past wave 400, shit. That's awesome. Maybe 770 is your lucky number, I think so, bro. I put Ancestral 1.5 knockback on my ACP. It's helped a lot, surprisingly. Yeah, I've heard some people talk about it, that it's pretty helpful. This is my first tourney with Smart Demon mode. Got me at least an extra 10 waves, not needing to shut off my intro sprint myself. Yeah, that's what I can't wait for as well. That's what I can't wait for as well. What could we do? G-Comp. Maybe to fend off those protectors. Right, last try. It's nice because you realize you only have to care about people that you love and family. 100%. Like, I work with so many people that, like, I have people burn out when I leave work. I just can't, like, yeah, bro. Like, I don't even want to be in the supermarket seeing people. My wife's the same. She works in a mental health facility. So she works with a lot of people. Like, she's got a medium-sized team. There's about, I think, 50 clients. So, you know, it's a lot of dealing with a lot of people. It burns out a lot out of you. I'm pretty fortunate though that, like, in the meat industry you don't have to be super polished. Like, I don't have to watch what I say or anything like that. I say whatever the fuck I want. Bro, if we get another Death Defy at 770, I'm gonna crack up. What's that? You spent 60 gems. Oh, damn, was that run 60 gems? Holy shit. I tried to knuckle down, but I struggled to pay for a living. Bro, you and everyone, bro. The price of living's through the roof since COVID. Yeah, bro. Everybody's on that bandwagon. I think us millennials got ripped off. Like, what if we had, like, in our time, multiple financial crisis, global pandemic, close to 30 years of non-stop wars. Technology taking over jobs. I bet the wifey loves to get out of work as fast as possible. I tell you what, bro, my wife has the best work stories. My wife comes home with the best work stories, bro. Hard to live alone in this economy right now. Yeah, bro. I feel you. I feel you. I feel like it's hard to push forward in furthering yourself or your career when just day-to-day living's like a struggle for everybody. I'm gonna absolutely crack up if we get another Death Defy at 770. We'll see if after this tourney run, we'll see if we get a lucky module pull, eh? I mean, I could probably almost turn up the stream if I stream off my cloud phone and it's not playing the emulator, because the emulators actually suck up a lot of energy from the PC. Wow, my PC at least. I've only got a what, 3090 Ti. You know, great a couple years ago, but it's many moons behind now. And the emulators, they suck up a bit of juice too. But because we're just going to be streaming off the cloud phone, I'm actually wondering if I can actually... all it'll mean is that we'll stream with less delay. Like I have the stream chat up on the side, so I can look at it, but I also have a phone open, and every now and then I check at which part the phone is at, and it's actually quite a bit behind. And that's why there's a delay in what you guys are saying and me answering it. And then other times is obviously in the top end of our runs, I'm staring at the screen and I'm not watching chat. But I think it'll just help the stream experience or whatever. Wow. Death Defy. So we got Death Defy at 690. Let's see if we get another Death Defy at 770. But we've been doing really good. Remember how painful that last one was? The midweek tourney? I was really struggling to get into 700s. I don't know whether I don't know what the hell was going on. Maybe it was just that more enemies battle condition. Here it comes, guys, our lucky wave. Oh, we're past 770, no Death Defy. Right, Viking's gonna run out soon. Alright, it's down. Boom, Death Defy. Look at that. So that should take us into the 900s. So we got to play this part really careful now. Because we've got to get, if we get that 911, bro, that'll be, if we get past the 911, that'll be, what do you call it? That'll be auto demon mode tomorrow. Oh no. Oh, that was lucky. Oh, and I had a Death Defy there. Damn. That's all goods, guys. That's all goods. We had an excellent run. I'm absolutely stoked with that. Ah, that's what module pulling's been a bit like, but I did get this lucky one. Harmony Conductor and Death Penalty in one hit. So if I get one more copy of each, that takes both of those to, what do you call it? It takes both of them to 5-star. Which is pretty damn good. We'll take that. Put that in the assist slot. What's going on here? Boom. Max. Dim core. Assist. Boom. We're set. Put my locks on. Lock you. Lock you. Lock you. Do my range. And then put my summon back on. Great tourney. Excellent tourney. I needed that. I have a 3092. You got 30 more than me. Whoa, 4080. I got a 3060. I think my son's got 3060 Ti. I'm still using a 10 series. Hex Priest. How's it going? How's it going? Good luck with the tourney. Yeah, I'm absolutely stoked with today's tourney. Got ourselves PB. Absolutely stoked. 900 waves. Couldn't have asked for a better result. Super lucky on the back of the Death Defiers. Heaps of Death Defiers. And some of them have gone to waste too. Man, I'm run number 7. Got exactly 1 Death Defier per run. I'm going till I get at least 2. Yeah, bros. 100%. So impactful though. Definitely harder to push up the economy ladder with no motivation. But that could just be me. It's hard to get motivated if you're clawing through. You know, there's only so long that somebody can eat shit. And push forward to continue to not take any shortcuts and play the long game. It all depends on what you're interested in too, eh? It all depends on what you're interested in. For me, once I got locked into a job, I just sort of lost track. 20 years managing to budget. I can't imagine doing it over again. But I would if I could. I feel like it's the same for me too. I just blinked, bro. And I lost track of time. But I've always, like, been trying to make moves. I wouldn't say always. I'd say from my mid-20s onwards. I'd been, like, making moves to further grow myself, or at least take advantage of every situation that I'm in. And I don't mean take advantage like screw other people over, obviously, because there's people that do that. Love riding other people's success and try to claim it as their own, or screw other people over. I just mean it as, like, I'll take up any opportunity to, like, to learn different things, get more certificates, all that sort of stuff. I feel like it's really important for your CV. So that even if you're in the same job, like let's say you're in the same job, but then they ask people, oh, do you want to be the health and safety warden or something like that? You just take those opportunities. As all gobbledygook, all that shit is, it means the next place that you move on towards, it's on your CV. And even if you didn't care about it and you used it as an excuse to get out of work, because it's something that just completely has no interest to you at all, for your next employer, they see it as somebody that's constantly putting their hand up. Now, that's obviously industry dependent. Certain industries don't really work that way. But there's ways that you can do things. Like if you have like a low-end job, respective to like, what do you call it? If you have like kind of like, let's just say you work in a supermarket, a grocery store or something like that. Yet you're only stacking shelves, and yet you're doing like that sort of stuff. But there's stuff and systems within there that you can take advantage on it, so that your next employer, so they don't just look at you like, oh, you just camped out on a grocery store job and you didn't do anything to further yourself. But then they see that you turned up to all the meetings, you went to first aid training, you did fire warden, you did health and safety, all these sorts of things that makes your employer love you. It makes your next employer love you too, because they're like, this person takes advantage of every opportunity that's put in front of them. And people love a go-getter. People absolutely love a go-getter. They love seeing people take advantage of situations. Like, at least if you have to eat shit, at least you get to put the seasoning on it that you want. I'm heading straight for Workshop Plus. Let's go, Study Mage. I haven't started a new tourney yet. Tech City usually gets easier bracket when he waits till the next day. I think I've normally found the same thing too. I've lost track of all my years since I was 13. Yeah, bro. Yeah, 100%. I got Havoc bring in Amp Strike, then pulled a BA next. Damn, I wanted more Shrink Ray for Ancestral. Another Marshmallow? Yeah, bro. I got another Marshmallow, bro. Absolutely spoiled, bro. Spoiled little brat. Top 12 are 1k for me. Damn. I think 3060 Ti still runs pretty smooth. If anything, needs better RAM and CPU. Yeah, I don't really have any problems. It does get a little bit choppy in some of the games that I play, though. Like, play games like Path of Exile and stuff. Notorious for melting your PC. Giving your PC a heart attack. Best thing I ever did, though, was move to a cloud phone and get off running my PC 24/7. Man, I've been taking shortcuts all my life. I do quite regret it now, but I have a stable home and no excuses. You gotta keep pushing. 100%, bro. Just keep pushing, bro. Just keep pushing. I mean, it sounds, even as cliche as it sounds, like, you know, it goes to the saying of, you know, if your life's a movie and somebody's watching it, what are they gonna say about what you're doing? If you're the main character in a movie, are you gonna have a boring ass TV show where you're like mulling around through life, or is somebody gonna see it as something completely different? Despite certificates, I've been turned down every time. They don't mean anything anymore. Just glad to avoid debt. It's all about experience now. And I can't look outside of my state. I don't have a car. It's a struggle going anywhere. Yeah, bro. I mean, the good thing about your guys' country, like if you're in the States, is you have that sort of thing. For us in New Zealand, we're a little island in the middle of nowhere. So the only opportunity that like a lot of people take up is move to Australia. And we've just got a good reputation overseas as hard workers. Well, we've kind of got the reputation of stealing heaps of Aussie jobs. That and joining gangs and bashing people over in Aussie and getting deported. That's pretty much the reputation of New Zealand. Just heaps of deportees. You're either going two ways. You're either getting caught up in the mix and getting wound up in all the gangs and having just been a complete menace until they deport you, or you're a hard worker. Do people using a boat? Nah, we go by plane. I think that strip of water, so the strip of water between the North and the South Island in New Zealand is pretty ruthless. And I think same with the strip of water between Australia and New Zealand. I think it's just way too ruthless. It's only like, what, an hour and a half on the plane to fly to Australia. And you get hired pretty fast in Aussie because you're showing commitment. You know, you've moved over there to set yourself up, so you've got no other choice but to work. It's either go hard and make as much money as you can, or yeah, bro, otherwise you're screwed. You're just the number over there. There's nobody there to help you. You got to make it your own. But heaps of people in New Zealand do that. They go over and make as much money as they can, and then they sell up, and then they come back to New Zealand, and then do whatever. But it's extremely common. Go over there, make money. It doesn't really work so much the other way, but we do get like a few Aussie people, but they mainly come over this way to New Zealand for like big high-end jobs. Like you're talking like corporate jobs, not so much just for run-of-the-mill jobs. It's because New Zealand's economy is mainly based on New Zealand economy is mainly based on the agriculture sector. I think Aussie's quite the same, like a massive agriculture and horticulture sector, but they also have natural minerals. So mining's a really big thing. Heaps of Kiwis go over for mining. Go over and make as much money as you can for mining. Bro, I hear the accusations all the time. I'm Haitian in Oz. Oh, that's crack up. Always Honda's got always the... Let's see how much movement the brackets had. NZ to Oz the same time in a plane that it is to Melbourne to Queensland. Yeah, bro. Yep. It's pretty damn fast. Like, cause you get heaps of funerals too. Like all the Kiwis that are in Aussie, they got to come back for funerals and that sort of shit. Because like I think it's pretty common. Like I don't know how common it is in Aussie, but it's extremely, it's like a thing over here. Like your body has to come back. Like there's no ifs, ands or buts. Like if you die over there, you must come back. That body has to come back to the homeland no matter what. Like you're not getting like cremated in Aussie and then that brought back, or you're not getting buried in Aussie, you're fucking coming back. That's the rule. So like everybody will chip in. Everybody will chip in and pay to come back. The saddest thing is, so for example, one of my cousins, he passed away in Aussie, and his missus is Australian and his kids are over there too, and but that body's got to come back, and you know that's always a sad one. That when his kids grow older, or in order to see their dad, they won't be able to go through that process unless they come back here, and then when they move on to, they would have to come back to New Zealand and be buried with their dad. Because we got like so we got things called we call them pars, and a par is like how's the way to put it? It's like if you think about something like let's put it in relation to somewhere like Europe. So like Europe, you've got castles that are, you know, thousands of castles that are spread out across Europe. The the castles would have had a lord, and then underneath them they would have had all the serfs or all the peasants. A similar thing, but think about it now in a tribal sense. That instead of a castle, we have a thing called a pa. That's what your iwi or your tribe is, where they're from. You know, it's their land and that. And then we have something called a urupa, which is like a cemetery, and you have to go back to your urupa. And there's times when you don't go back to your own specific one. So let's say you're from somewhere that's 6 hours away, and that's your iwi, and that's where your body has to go when you die. You can go to a different one, but normally when that happens, it's because of your family. So let's say, for example, you move somewhere that's 6 hours away, your wife dies first, and then she goes to her urupa or cemetery. It's very common that you'll be allowed to go there as well, if that's what you choose. Where it does get messy, as if that's where somebody wants to go, and they want to go to a specific urupa, so that they're closer to where they've started their family and all that sort of thing. And then the rest of the family step in to try to take that body back to where its actual tribe's from. And things can get super messy like that. And it's never a good time when everybody's grieving. But I think quite a few of us in New Zealand have seen that many, many times. Heaps of rumbles over where a body goes. And then you've also got on the cemeteries, so on the urupas, you've got where all the bloodlines are, and you're in with your bloodline. I've even seen people get into it as well if somebody's body's been put in the wrong bloodline, like all sorts of stupid shit. But it's one of the big ones that we have to get the body back. It's got to come back. And you have some people meet halfway, so they'll do cremation, you know, to appease both parties. But for the most part, you're always going back to your urupa. So me and my wife, our ones are not far from each other for our tribe, and we just kind of said whoever goes first, the other one goes next to. So if she goes first, when I go, I'll go to her family's one, and then if I go first, then she'll come to mine, and then our kids will follow depending on where we both end up laying to rest. Can't forget about the motherland. Lure me up and call me Jimmy. Sounds like family bonds are strong over there. Yeah, it's a super tribal by nature, New Zealand. And I think that's why the bikie gangs hit it off so big over here. Because they work in a very similar structure. So it was only natural that Kiwis would move to that type of gang structure. Because it's extremely tribal. And even though like Māori isn't the only culture in New Zealand, by default it gets incorporated into everything. Like I think I mentioned it in one of the streams that a classic example is mana. You know, we're taught about it ever since you're a little kid at school. About your actions and your contributions in the world directly reflects your honor and your prestige. And it's just drilled into you since you're a little kid. That like, it's just you and your mana. And your mana means everything to you. That's why we smash everybody in rugby. It's not because we're any better or because we got better coach. It's because you're brainwashed into preserving your mana. They do the same with the New Zealand Army and the Special Forces and all that. You're taught in the army that you belong to the tribe you belong to. They're actually a registered tribe. That you the tribe you belong to when you join the army is goes to the god of war. So the god of war is like your chief, and that's like drilled into you in the army. You're the tribe of war. What do they call it? Ngāti Tūmatauenga. Tūmatauenga is the god of war. So they follow typical, like British traditional style of training, but then they incorporate that. And I think it's the idea of it is to blend everybody in, that you're not just a unit that's regimented and stuff as well. You're also tied to each other through the bond of what you whakapapa to. So whakapapa is like, you know, where your bloodline goes. It's like you have no bloodline now to your family. Your bloodline is with us. This is your tribe. This is your everything. You are the tribe for the god of war. Sup boss, farming tier 16? Yeah, I am, bro, and it's actually going really well. So we've just been consistently farming tier 16. What I found is that OA has been good for helping me cross over. It just supplements a lot of my lack of damage. And at some stage I'll just reassess if that's the build that I end up staying with, but at this point, OA seems to be the one for me. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Good night, study mage. You take care. Rappaport. Check it out. We got 900 waves. Absolutely stoked. PB. This may be decent to ask, but if your wife dies, then you remarry. Who do you rest with? Your new wife or your late wife? Wow, that's an interesting one. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I suppose that situation's happened with plenty of people. Yeah, I suppose that situation's happened with plenty of people. What religions have you guys got going on over there? We got all of them. We got all of them. Muslim, Christian. There's quite a large Nepalese community now. So I think, what are they? Hindu? Is it Hindu? Buddha or Hindu? A lot of the Cambodian and Asian ones do Buddha. I get invited to all of them from my work because I manage a lot of guys that are from different circles. So I get invited to all of them. Like when Ramadan's over, I get invited to all of that. I get invited to all of this stuff. So you get your new family with the army. Yeah, bro. Yep. That's your new family now. That's your new iwi. Congrats on the PB. Thank you, bro. OA, and what assist? I'm running ACP assist. ACP assist. OA with ACP. It's going really well for me, eh? Which one do you prefer? Which one do I prefer? Religion-wise? I don't really care. I don't really care, to be honest. I mean, I'm not the sort of person that believes in the Big Bang Theory, so I feel like there's some other divine intervention, but I don't know. I don't know what, to be honest. I think just as long as people are on their own buzz and they're not trying to force other people, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for society. You know, give people a purpose and to do whatever they do, but the minute they start pushing it onto other people, but you can't really do that stuff in New Zealand. You know, we're not like these other countries. I think Aussie's the same. We're not like these other countries. Like, people can't sit there and do marches for, you know, we're not like the UK where people will do marches for their religion because they're Muslim, and other people, they want Sharia. Bro, you'll get smashed here. Like, it's like straight up, you'll get the bash, bro. Like, ain't nobody mucking around with that shit. Like, if you sit, like, bro, I saw videos like some Jewish people were like doing some stuff, bro. They lasted like 5 minutes, bro. Carload, get out the car, smash them up. You know, you do what you're gonna do, and you keep your own buzz. But you're gonna try to start screaming in people's faces and waving those flags, or get out and smash you. Like, that's like the Kiwi culture. Like, they ain't mucking around with that shit. You know, you keep it peaceful. Like, when all the Palestine stuff was happening, people waving flags and that, yeah, cool as, keep it peaceful. But they're not blocking off roads and shit. They're not like handcuffing themselves off to, like, we don't get ferries handcuffing themselves and that sort of stuff. Like, obviously in New Zealand's history we have, you know, we got like Greenpeace people try to block off highways and that sort of stuff. But bro, you do that at the wrong time with the wrong person sitting in that car, they'll get out and they'll beat the brakes off you. And, you know, they don't even get charged from cops. Like assaults and that in New Zealand is like different than a lot of places in overseas. You know, it's way easier for society if people just assault other people and get it over and done with than it is for them to tie themselves up. You know, they got bigger fish to fry. You know, they're seizing tons and tons and tons of meth at the border. They don't want to be mucking around with like little dumb stuff. It's just a different culture. Kiwis are super laid back. Like, super, super chill. So they don't really get their knickers in a twist over what do you call them? I don't even know what you call them. All that gunk that you see on like TikTok and YouTube with all the gender appropriation, all that other crap. People don't get their knickers in a twist over that. You know, gay rights and all that stuff. No one cares. You want to be gay, go be gay. You want to be a furry, go be furry. But the minute you tell my kid that they have to be, you know, someone's going to straighten you out. You get straightened out pretty fast. It seems in the US that other religions don't mix, not in a racist way, just completely separate. Yeah, it's not really like that here. Like, religions don't beef or nothing. Yeah, religions don't beef. Like, everyone's pretty laid back. Nobody really gets super into it. People don't like to face other people's churches and all that sort of stuff. You know, when there was that mass shooting in the mosque in New Zealand, and that guy live streamed the whole thing. What he actually found is that all of New Zealand went to every single mosque, all the gangs, everything, and then protected all the houses and all the mosques across New Zealand in case there were any further attacks. Like, all the gangs parked up, just sent carloads down, and anybody's houses that felt like they were unsafe, all the gangs and all the locals. When and it would be, it's not like just this a Muslim thing, it's like it's a anything thing. You know, don't come over here and do that. And I think the guy that actually did it was Australian. Like, he came over here, bought a bunch of guns, loaded up, and then just went in and like smoked like 50 people on a live stream. It was kind of like watching a Call of Duty game, but with real people. It was pretty hard out. But yeah, everybody's like, religion's super chill here. There's no radicals or that sort of stuff. We have had like people create like paramilitary groups and stuff like that. But heaps of those have been shut down. There's a bit of a history with it, and most of it's like tribal related. So certain tribes that didn't sign the peace treaty and wanted to remain independent, as the years went on, and they just kept getting treated bad. They started like a lot of paramilitary kind of groups. There's a pretty big one up the east coast of New Zealand. There was another one out in bush. It's an area that's just like so much bush that you'll die in there if you get lost. Like, they don't even speak English up those ways. You're not allowed to speak English. And they actually got caught bringing over like a whole bunch of like Yugoslavian old like war criminals and stuff to train up all their groups, and they were doing like full on paramilitary, and they were intending to run an independent state and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, for the most part, it's just gangs in New Zealand are the problem. I think the highest per capita gang population in the OECD. There's just gangs everywhere. But they run very tribal as well. So a lot of them are based on tribes and areas. Like, you'll get tribes in New Zealand that might have some gang members from one gang and some from another. But for the most part, a tribe will be predominantly one gang. And then because you got so many nephews and cousins and all that, then they all join, and that's how it's kind of formed. So it's mainly family and friends tied. We have naked bike rides in the States. Exactly what the rest of the world is shaking their head at. I think we do that too. Doing League of Assassins training. Right, gentlemen, honestly, yous have been awesome. I'm absolutely stoked with the result we got today. So we're probably going to settle. Oh, this guy got really close. So we're probably going to settle for 10th or 9th. 10th or 9th. So that should be 6 keys. So that takes us very close. 6 takes us to... Oh, no way. It takes us to 1 key off. It takes us to 14 keys. No way. Crazy. But I need to have a shower and I'm going to jump in bed. Alright guys, you're awesome. Thanks for talking to each other. Thank you for always showing me support. Don't forget to like the stream. And I'll put an update video out tomorrow. For the most part, the biggest thing that's changed for a little tidbit is we're farming tier 16 consistently. So gentlemen, if you like what you see, do you still have some cannibals around? No, I think the last cannibal conviction was probably, I think, 10 years ago. But that was, I'm pretty sure that was meth related. The guy got on the meth and, I don't know, got on the meth, ate some people, that sort of thing. So that doesn't really count. No, we've stopped practicing cannibalism. Apparently it's not good for you. Yeah, that practice got stopped a while ago. But yeah, we'll put an update video out tomorrow. Thank you guys for stopping in. Thank you guys for staying up late so you can join in the stream. And gentlemen, if you like what you see, You know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.